Well, what have we here? Welcome to another week of Embarrassing For No Reason. What?
Not the
You told me to introduce it. She said, introduce it and be your true, authentic self. So apparently I'm a policeman from 1950.
Well, what do we have here? Oh, you're showing your age, sort of thing.
Your age. Welcome to Embarrassing For No Reason, the podcast. My name is Sam Tatum.
And my name is Tatum McGreal. Welcome back if you are a regular to Embarrassing For No Reason. But if you're new, what's this all about then? So basically, on a weekly basis, we like to gather and discuss things in life that are embarrassing for no reason. I would probably include the well in that.
That was out there.
Old dad catchphrases. Ick.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just sort of the day-to-day things in life that mortify us that probably shouldn't, but they are just awkward and embarrassing for no reason.
I love watching your brain cogs go when you have to do this bit each week.
I know it's well hard. I can't describe
normally
it.
I describe what embarrassing for no reason is, and when it's Tatum having to do it, I can see her eyes.
I'm panicking.
She's like, what is it again?
What are we doing here?
Where am I? But it's one of the things that is hard to explain, but it's something we all go through on a daily basis. And like the more and more you start to notice it, the more and more we become the safe space to like send it to at If and our podcast of things that you find gently mortifying.
If you want to see the sort of clogs turning in my brain, watch us on YouTube. You can see me having a little panic because you can watch the full episode there. So last week we were talking about theme parks, what's embarrassing for no reason at a theme park. We had a voice note in from Katie that we didn't get around to doing. This is more of like a story of when she used to work at a theme park. And I would argue that this is embarrassing for no reason.
So when I was 16, I had a job interview at a theme park and it was a group interview. So there are about 20 of us. And bear in mind, this is my first ever job interview. I've never been to one before. I don't really know what to expect. I have no concept of what is a normal thing to be asked of you. But within the interview, they got us into groups of like 5 and we had to role play being on a roller coaster. So we had to like put seats in formation, like 4 seats together, sit on the seat, pretend that we're pulling down a bar to like lock us in safely for the ride. And then we had to fully do sound effects as if we were on the ride, like the whole and a scream as if we were going over a drop. I'm still not really sure why we had to do it. I think it was just to see how extroverted we were, but I got the job. So clearly I'm good at role playing, being on a roller coaster.
Do you know what that's giving? It's giving GCSE drama.
Me at a theme park as well. What do I do when it comes in?
Oh, you do?
When a roller coaster comes in, I'll wait and get the perfect time to go. So I would have got the job.
You would have got the job.
I would have got the job. That is good to know.
Well, remind me to never go for a job at a theme park. Thank you so much for sending that in, Katie. So I would like to actually start, Sam, by discussing, if you're not watching this on YouTube, what are you wearing on the bottom there?
On the bottom half. So in the past, we've had complaints and compliments. I'd say more compliments about my short shorts than complaints, but definitely a bit of both.
You love it.
Hey.
You love getting the pins out. If you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say.
Thank you.
Cracking set.
I've only gone for half pin today. So for the first time in my life, I don't know if you've seen like, sort of, people my age, Gen Zs and that, we've all started wearing... Sorry.
Being generous to yourself.
Hang on. Zillennial, whatever it is, right, cusp. We've all started wearing... We've all started wearing jorts. So these are jean shorts. They've put the two words together, jorts, and they go sort of just past your knees. If you're watching on YouTube right now, they are above my knees, but when I stand up, they go past, I promise.
You're rocking a pair of jorts.
So I'm in a pair of jorts. What do you think? This is my first ever jort.
It is a bit mutton dressed as lamb.
Mutton dressed as lamb.
Because jorts sort of remind me of like Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
She's a spring chicken.
She
You,
is
my
a spring
friend,
chicken.
are not. So, but
Billie
yeah,
Eilish.
I'd give it a solid 6.5.
I think if I start wearing like, a bandana, a chain and them small little glasses, I think that's when you need to be like, look, let's sit you
have a
down.
word.
You look like Rio Wellard from Tracy Beaker. But while I'm... Exactly. Thank you, producer Tom over there for Midlife Crisis. But right now, I actually think they look quite nice.
Yeah, they do suit you, to be fair. I could never pull it off.
My embarrassing for no reason for this week as well comes because of the bottom half of my leg being out.
Right.
And I want to pose this question. I don't think it happens to girls as much. Well, probably doesn't happen at all to many girls. But you might know what I'm on about. So for me, when I sit next to a stranger or a friend, actually, that also has their legs out and they have leg hair.
Oh, you get the tickle.
And you feel your leg hair and their leg hair touch. And it's like you have to like keep moving just very slightly because you don't want to be like, what are you doing? But like, say if you sit by like one of my mates, he has really hairy legs. If I sit by him, I can feel sometimes his leg hairs just tickle my leg.
Getting intertwined with yours.
Yeah, and that I think is embarrassing for no reason for anyone that's gone through it. Obviously, have you experienced?
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't get on a hairy leg day for me, I would never get my hairy legs out. But if I do have my legs out and then, someone with hairy legs touches my leg, then I'm like, please get off me.
Do you shuffle away?
I got to shuffle away.
You don't think, you know what, human contact, listen.
No, not on that occasion, unfortunately, no. No, it doesn't take on my pickle that,
Depends on who it is, I bet.
yeah.
Didn't you pull sitting next to a man on the train?
No.
Tried to,
yeah. Nah, perfect. Embarrassing for no reason.
Thank you very
just a
much.
little hairy leg tickle.
For people that have hairy legs, they will know what I mean because there is sometimes where they just combine and they touch and they almost shake hands. And you're like, no, there's too much going on there.
Yeah,
and you slowly have to pull away from them.
Great one. My embarrassing for no reason this week. I was feeling very generous at work. I brought in a bag of cookies to work. Told you about these M&S cookies before, Anta. Gorgeous. If you haven't, run, don't walk. So I brought a packet in. And then the last cookie I gave to one of my colleagues. I was like, oh, do you want the cookie, whatever? And they were like, yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. Oh my God, cheers. Anyway, cuts to about half an hour later. I go to the bin. It's like fucking, I don't know, put me orange peel in there. And what's in the bin? The freaking cookie. And I know it was him because I gave him the final cookie in the bag and I looked into the bin and the cookie, not even touched, in the bag still, was in the bin.
That's bad. At least offer it to someone else.
I know.
Like, be like, oh, I don't want this cookie, but like.
But why did he accept it? So
Do you think, so the options are secret allergy, secret diet.
Yes.
Secretly doesn't like you.
Probably the latter.
Say those are the three.
I know, but I feel like there's multiple embarrassing for no reasons there. Firstly, for that person who took the cookie, who obviously didn't want it, embarrassing. But then the second, me finding it there, like I don't know, walked into a murder or something.
Yeah.
I was like,
there's the evidence.
Stunned. Do I confront him that he didn't take the cookie? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Cluedo.
It is.
With the cookie in the bin in the library.
I was so offended.
Yeah, that is a good one. That is a very, very good one. I would never do that to you. I just want you to know.
You'd always take the cookie.
100%. 100%. I would never not take a cookie. And if I did not take a cookie, I would share it with others or I would eat it and then feel shame. If I didn't want it. I think that's where I would get to.
Have you been partial to the old puff puff pass in your time?
Absolutely not. I know what you're on about. Vapes.
Yes, disposable vapes. They've been banned in the UK if you didn't know. And if you've got some, get rid. They're illegal.
No, it doesn't work like that.
What?
It doesn't work like that.
Doesn't it?
I actually don't quote me again.
Not again.
I'm not the law. But
don't
I think
come here for an education.
If you have vapes at yours,
yeah,
fine. Because my flatmate vapes and there's vapes at mine, and I saw one the other day on the table. Yeah, you don't know where I live. You don't know where I live.
Admitted.
So I saw these vapes, and I was like, you know what would be a good idea? Because like, in years to come, somebody's going to crave like, what are they, like a cherry ice or something, and you can't get them anymore. You know how like people put a whiskey bottle away and they put it in the vault for like 50 years and then they break it out at Christmas one year in 2065. They're like, yeah, I've been saving this.
Takes me back.
Been saving this for 40 years. Could do that with a cherry ice or something.
You could.
Crack that out. This is what people used to stand on the streets and
puff pass on.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know what the rules are then, because in my head, so obviously they've banned disposable vapes in the UK. So does that mean that you're just banned of selling them then?
Yes, I'm fairly sure. But I think there's also a load of loopholes as well.
Like there must be, because
there's
like
a way of buying them, but you have to charge them now. And it's just like it's it's something, but it's not quite what we. If you just read the headline, I don't think it is that. I think it's like it's harder to get.
Okay.
Probably just means they're gonna be more expensive.
Okay, well, to me, and sorry if this is a touchy subject for you if you do vape, but I find vaping an ick. I do. I'm just like, grow up. Like you smoking on it's like you say, your cherry ice blast, your bloody grape.
You rather hard stone cold ciggy for you.
yeah. The real stubborn.
Bring back a Marlboro Gold. Do you know what I mean? Bloody hell.
No, but they are. Like when I get a puff of smoke blown in my face and it smells like bubble gum.
What would you rather, regular smoke?
No, I'd rather neither. But I don't know. It just feels a bit like grow up.
I know what you mean. The ones that have a massive cloud of smoke they are quite fascinating. These stars in your eyes.
I know.
But
nah, not for me. I mean, I did try a vape once. You were witness to
I saw it happen
to this.
Yeah.
And once and never again is what I would say.
Yeah, coughing and spluttering on the table.
Couldn't inhale.
Thought we'd lost you. Honest to God, thought we'd lost you. I was like, this is how she goes out.
I just couldn't inhale, bless me. So I took a big, and then it just came straight back out. Cough, spluttered, actually spat, didn't I? All over the table, bless me.
Horrible. It was really, really.
Don't do it at home, kids.
No.
Silly, stupid, horrible habit.
Yeah. Wow, who knew this is where the podcast was going this week?
I know. Wow. Getting mothered by Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum doing her stance on vapes.
I know.
Political. Well, I didn't see this for you. Really didn't see this for you.
What else is going on in the world of Embarrassing For No Reason?
What I've seen is that Love Island is coming back.
Yes.
Do you watch it, right?
I have done it in the past.
You've dwindled recently.
Yeah, I have, to be honest with you, yeah. But, do you know what I loved in Love Island? When they had the Casa Amor sort of spin-off thing. And basically, when their partners would like cop off with someone else at Casa Amor, they used to send postcards. So do you remember that?
Not really, no.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
They basically would sort of screenshot like two people getting off and they would send it to the other house as a postcard.
I do. Now it's
they
photos,
stopped
right?
doing that.
They send photos now, no, on their phones.
Oh, do they?
Because they all have brand deals with this like phone.
Oh, it's with Samsung.
Yeah, essentially. Phones that they don't have on the outside. They're probably iPhone users.
Oh, get me back in then. I'll watch it this season. Why not?
Well, the new season, is coming back. I don't really know much about it, but they have released the cast of who's going in at this time. And I thought we could play whether they're older or younger than us. Would be quite a fun game.
Fun, yeah.
Specifically you.
Oh, you're not getting involved.
So, Dijon Noel Williams, personal trainer, semi-professional footballer from London, older or younger?
Younger.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Megan Moore, influencer from Southampton.
Younger.
Actually.
Oh.
Yeah, younger. Tommy Bradley, landscape gardener, because I feel like you can get something from the jobs. Hertfordshire.
They're all going to be younger. You're just doing me dirt. Younger.
Yeah, he's 22.
Right. Is there anyone that's older than 29?
How about this job? Wealth Management Client Service Executive, Glasgow, Alima.
Still younger?
Yeah, she's nearly 10 years younger.
Nah, this is what I mean.
This is a fun job, though. Ben Holbrough, model and private hire taxi driver. What's that?
Private hire?
Private hire taxi driver and model. That sounds a bit party taxi, doesn't it?
It does.
From Gloucester. Older or younger than you?
Let's go older.
Younger.
Yeah, obviously. They're all younger. This is the thing when I watch Love Island, it's like, I can't believe that you're like younger than a PlayStation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
I always think that. I'm like, they're so young.
And then we've got Helena.
Helena. That's quite an older name.
Who's cabin crew and a travel influencer.
Oh, no.
Older or younger?
Younger.
Same age.
29.
Congratulations, you can still get on Love Island.
Yeah, you can't know anyone over 35.
I'm also 29.
Sure.
But yeah, well done. I genuinely thought they were all going to be way younger, but you still are in the catchment for it. So if you wanted to.
Can you imagine me on Love Island?
You are emotional. So yes, you'd be good in that regard. Who was it years ago that used to be really emotional? The one that went out with Curtis?
Oh, Amy. I would be Amy.
You'd be Amy.
I'm like, why are you not staying in bed with me?
You're the type that would write their big like exit speech and you'd leave before the vote off. You'd like leave on your own terms.
Yes, I would.
You draw the line.
Because no one fancies me. But I can't bear the thought of getting voted off, so I have to leave. I'll do the note.
That would be
Get them all around the fire pit and say, look, I've decided it's not for me. Peace out. You're right, I would do that. And I would fall in love so quickly. Like, you know me. Like, if anyone shows me an inkling, I'm drop of a hat.
You would be smitten. I feel like I'd be one of those ones that gets really far through, but never really makes a romantic connection.
No. Oh, what's the one guy like that who you felt sorry for? Sort of like an Anton vibe.
I was thinking Anton as well. No.
Very Anton.
No.
Dr. Alex. Oh, Dr. Alex as well. Dr. Alex
He's clever.
Maybe not then.
Okay.
But no, I mean, you've convinced me now, especially now they got people my age in there.
Yeah, there's one person your age there, so I feel like, you know what, maybe they're drawing us back in with that. They're appealing to an older demographic. Like they're trying to get the older viewer back, so you might be in.
We know that she'll be voted out first. 1,000,000%. Also, in the world of Embarrassing for No Reason, please can we talk about JoJo Siwa? I feel like she's popping up. She's busy at the minute. Active.
Yeah. She's doing like a bit of a UK mini tour.
Doing bits.
Just going around basically everywhere, every studio, anything like that, just promoting. What is she promoting? Like, I don't even mean this nastily. Like, she seems great. She seems like a really good crack. She was really nice in Slow Big Brother. But like, is her singing, like, is she a serious pop star?
I would say yeah. She's got a big fan base. If you don't know JoJo Siwa, she was recently on the latest series of Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. So she's like gone massive in the UK. But originally where she's come from was like Dance Mums, sort of like this American sort of teeny boppy sort of thing. And she did make music for like kids basically.
Yeah.
But now she's over in the UK. She did Big Brother. To be fair, it's been rumoured that she's going to be on the lineup for the Celebrity Bake Off, you know, the Stand Up to Cancer version. Okay. So I just want to ask on a completely separate note, what's Chris Hughes doing at that time? Is he available for a bit?
They're together, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, they confirmed this week. So she met Chris Hughes in the Celebrity Big Brother house, who was on Love Island.
Yeah, weirdly,
years and years ago. And then they met in Celebrity Big Brother, and now it seems as though they're dating.
Seems as though. Have you not seen the pickies?
It's 100% confirmed. There's pictures.
There's one behind your head right now if you're watching on YouTube. I just want to point
out that isn't me and Tatum if you're on YouTube. There's a picture Chris Hughes posted on his Instagram of him topless.
God, he does look a bit like me and you.
Cuddling JoJo Siwa into his chest. But... it looks like me and Tatum.
It does a bit.
And we had to get this printed at work. So I had to say to the guy that was printing it, I was like, can you print this for me and Tatum? And I was like, but it isn't us. Yeah. Just so you know that.
Promise you.
Definitely is not us.
Because I do have a baby face like JoJo, and that sort of is your sort of quiff.
My quiff and beard.
Quiff and beard.
Who knew?
But yeah, I like that they're a couple. I think they're very sweet. They're very cute.
Yeah. I have one qualm. So JoJo Siwa's on tour at the minute in the UK. And she like covers songs on her tour. And this week she was covering a song called Betty Davis Eyes, which goes like this.
Yeah, I think I've heard it. Yeah.
Heard it? Nice husky raspy voice, Betty Davis Eyes.
She sounds a bit like JoJo actually, because JoJo's got that like husky.
She does have a hoarse voice. She does. Horse Horse. It's a compliment, isn't it?
It is a compliment, yeah.
Producer Tom looks like I've just called her a horse. I don't mean that. And yeah, so she was singing that, but she's changed the words of the song title, which is Betty Davis Eyes, to she's got Chris Hughes eyes.
Oh no!
And she sings it to him out in the crowd. No. And there's a video of him out in the crowd getting it sung to him. And apparently she's releasing it on streaming.
No, she isn't.
Genuinely.
She's not.
That's
she
what
can't.
I've seen. That's
okay,
what I've seen.
I'll draw the line
I've seen that on social media this week, and that's always right.
No.
So I think it must be happening. So she's releasing Chris Hughes eyes at some point, apparently. But my qualm that I have is I never know with a surname that ends with an S. Is it Chris Hughes? Do you say she's got Chris Hughes eyes? Do you say she's got Chris Hughes' eyes? Or do you say she's got Chris Hughes' eyes? I know you're dyslexic, so you're probably not going to be much.
Don't ask me. Are you joking?
What would you go for?
Chris Hughes' eyes.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm joking. Chris Hughes' eyes.
Producer Tom? I'm with Tatum. Chris Hughes' eyes.
Chris.
Producer Gina?
Chris Hughes' eyes.
Oh.
No, because that don't flow right with the song.
No, because you put the apostrophe at the end of the S, don't you?
Yeah.
What James's is. It would just be James' eyes.
What did you used to call Yates's?
I would say James's eyes.
Who the frick's James?
No, James.
That's a whole different kettle of fish. Chris
I
Hughes
just think about what's going to make the song flow
She's
better.
got Chris Hughes' eyes. Hughes' goes better. Got Chris Hughes' eyes doesn't go.
No,
but that is, I think, grammatically correct.
No, it's Chris Hughes' eyes. Thank you. Yes. I've lost my fucking head now. I don't know.
I don't know either. But that is my qualm anyway. When she releases it, I would be the one in the marketing pitch being like, right, we need to settle this. There's 3 options.
Saw the freaking grammar
We'll
out.
do a vote now. Everyone raise their hand. Whose Hughes' is?
If you think that Sam and I, if you're watching this on YouTube, of course, are looking more stacked than usual, it's because we went to the gym for the first time in, probably for me, I'd say about 4 months.
Speak for yourself. I go thrice a week.
You do, actually. You love it. You on your cross trainer.
I wouldn't say I love it, but I go.
You do go.
I'm a cross trainer.
You do. He
What
loves
am I,
doing.
a mum in the noughties?
You are a mum in the noughties,
I'm
Special
my
K.
cross trainer on the Special K diet now.
Yeah.
Man. Freaking out.
He loves his cross trainer. When we were in the gym, obviously we noticed a lot of things in there that are embarrassing for no reason.
Yeah.
Which is why we've made it the topic for today's episode. I actually want to start with Sam as an embarrassing for no reason, if you don't mind. We're just watching him do a pull-up.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm really I thought you were really impressed. That's actually
Nah,
really,
I was impressed.
that has irked me beyond belief because she stood there right while I was doing pull-ups and was saying that's amazing because I did 10.
Yeah, it was amazing. But your face
Is it?
was like
Rat.
you were curling one out, mate.
Yeah.
On a proper rat
Towards
face.
the end.
You went beetroot red.
Yeah.
And the noises you were making, like,
You have to. Do you understand that actually helps?
that's science, isn't it?
It actually is scientifically true.
It doesn't mean that it isn't embarrassing for no reason, though.
It's horrific, yeah.
And then when he sort of like dangled off because he didn't know how to get off. Because, you know, I'll give it to you. He wasn't using a
thought-
resisted pull-up
No.
machine. He was raw dogging it on
Riding
just
solo.
on a bar.
But I thought I had more in me. So
Ten's enough.
no, I know, but that's why I dangled because I was like, I could do one more. And then suddenly just your top half of your body isn't going.
Yeah, because it's when you attempt to do the pull-ups and your arms just sort of go a little bit up.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a horrible feeling.
Embarrassing for no reason, sir,
Yeah,
I reckon.
I would agree with that one.
Have you got any in the gym?
Yes, I do actually. One that happened to me today.
Better not be to do with me.
It wasn't to do with you. You weren't with me today. I was on my own at the gym, yeah. And I saw someone that I just loosely knew from an old job.
Oh, that's the worst.
But
yes.
like not well enough to say hello
No.
at all. But also like I know he knew I was there.
Oh, yeah.
And the pure like I was in pure gym, like it's small. And like it just suddenly became like a weird game of hide and seek of like I just want to make sure that we don't clash at the same time and see each other face to face. But also I
Because then
don't
you
want
have
to
to acknowledge them.
I have
then.
to, well, kind of, but it wouldn't. I don't know if he would even know or what. Do you know what I mean? It was that level.
And who was this person? Or do you
Just
not
someone
want
that
to
I
say?
used to work with years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, fine.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
nah.
I swear that's him. And then I'm 99% sure it was, but we both sort of had the same tactic of just like staying
Just
at
avoid.
other ends of the gym.
I don't want to see anyone in the gym either. Stay,
No,
I rock up
exactly,
in. Nah,
exactly.
go away. So you have sent your voice notes in. Thank you so much. What do you find embarrassing for no reason at the gym? Let's start with Charlie.
I know for a fact this is the rule for everyone, but when you go to the gym and you go on a treadmill, you always go 2 spaces away from someone else.
Always.
It's just the way it is. But when it gets so busy and you have to go on a treadmill next to someone else, I don't know why, you just feel like you're invading their space and you're sort of ruining their day a little bit. I just always feel so awkward. I don't know why, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like you're on the treadmill with them. But yeah, It's just awkward, isn't it?
I hate it.
At the start of that voice note and a few times throughout, he sounded like Curtin from This Country.
He did, didn't he? He did.
And he made very good points, but I'd gone at that point. I was just picturing Curtin on a treadmill.
Well, what's his real name? It could be him.
Charlie.
No way.
Yeah, it is. His real name's Charlie Cooper, but that isn't him. I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him.
Confirm or deny, Charlie.
Charlie Cooper, was that you? I really don't think it's him because he's got more of a strong accent than that.
Fair enough. Well, either way, thank you for your
But
voice note.
Very true.
Agreed.
I hate it. When I do go on the cross trainer, there's more elbows, isn't it? It's more. It's
Just see
so
him
if you're
swinging
next to two
elbows.
people with swinging elbows, you're in the middle of it all. Sometimes I have to go on the little ones in the middle.
Well, Leah sent another one, which also winds me up on a treadmill.
When you're on the treadmill and you're going at a certain
he on it now?
speed, at a certain incline or whatever your goal is, somebody comes from next to you and goes faster. I mean, am I the only one who then has to like try and match them? It's a race. It's not a race, but it is a race. Why?
God, it's going really fast there.
Someone's racing behind him.
Chuffy now.
Chuffing hell. You can tell he's from North. But it's so true. It's like, what? Okay, you're not only like next to me on the treadmill, but now you're showing off.
Yeah.
Go away. Take your fast pace
It's the
and go
numbers.
somewhere
You see
else.
that, boop, 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 then you start going, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, he's going a lot faster than me or whatever.
Don't move me off because I've got little legs. I can only go certain speed. Bless me.
6.
6, yeah. Barely 6. Thank you so much, Lee. Who else have we got here? Embarrassing for no reason. At the gym, Shailene.
When you're walking to a machine and then someone else beats you to it, so you pretend you weren't going to that machine and just take a swift walk past. So embarrassing.
Such an ick. Because I tend to walk with purpose when I'm in the gym because it's like, right, let's get this done within the shortest amount of time possible. So when I'm legging it towards, I don't know, the squat rack and then someone snoops in, I'm like, ah.
It's even worse in that bit as well. Like machines is kind of fine, but because it's almost like a bit of a queuing system. But when you go into the bit with like the benches and people
Free
and all
weights.
the big men,
All the big boys.
all the big boys are in there and they're all free weighted. Nah, terrifying.
I am, yeah.
Literally, I'm like, can I have a bench, please?
Please.
Horrible.
I've got better at that, actually. But that's, again, why I walk with purpose. It's like, excuse me. That's mine. Thank you so much. Chloe, what do you find embarrassing for no reason?
I find it embarrassing at the gym when I leave a sweaty butt print on the machines. And I know that sweating is a normal bodily function, especially when you're working out in a gym, but it's so embarrassing.
I get that all the time, sweaty crack.
Well, yeah, and also when my mullet was longer, I'd leave, if I was lay flat on a bench and I'd been sweating, like I'd done chest press, but on like a regular bench, I'd get off and you'd see the mullet, like the sweat of the mullet. So you could see the like long hair mulletness just on the thing.
You get sweaty hair?
Yes.
That's a new one.
Is it?
Oh,
Your
yeah.
head doesn't sweat.
Well,
All my sweat comes out my head. I
yeah,
swear
but like,
to you.
I would sweat sort of like, I don't know, on the top of my head, but like, you're talking the back of
Whole
your,
head.
back
Whole
of your
head.
neck.
There's times where it looks like falling tears. Like genuinely like
Really?
Yeah, everything comes out the top of my head. No, there is other places, but like genuinely like my head is my sweat box.
Right, okay. Sweaty crack for me. There's always one little triangle when I come off the seat. I know, it's well embarrassing. And then when you got,
Triangle?
yeah, it's
Is that the shape it makes?
Yeah, it's a triangle. Not sure why. I don't want to think about it, actually. Why is it a triangle?
Mine's a whole arse print.
Is it? Producer Tom's got full arse
What,
print.
you're going bare arse in the
Yeah,
gym?
you're going bareback.
Are you? Yours is a whole arse print. How long are you sat there for, you freak?
Yeah.
Whole arse? Surely not.
A bit.
Take a picture next time, yeah.
Visibly struggling to add a heavy plate onto a barbell.
So true, especially with me. I try and lift heavy on the old, dump truck 3000 arse. But getting it up. So when you've got to lift it from the bottom, if they're on a low rack and you've got to lift like a 20 above your head, I'm like, I'm trembling.
It's almost like
But I've got to look hard at the same time. It doesn't it doesn't affect me.
It's weird though, innit? Because you feel like I probably shouldn't do this if I can't get.
Yeah, if I can't lift it.
If
yeah,
I can't put
it down.
the weight on the side with 2 hands, I probably shouldn't be lifting this with my body.
No, Bertie, facts, mate. Thank you. We did have an Instagram voice note sent in. I assume your name is Prince from your Instagram handle.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not, sorry, but we're going to call you Prince.
The most embarrassing thing about the gym is having a PT that you've chose because specifically you are not attracted to them. But then they stand behind you during exercise and now all you can think about is them.
And then you end up like, am I in love with you then? What?
Have you fell for a PT?
No, but I feel like I
That sounded like talking from experience.
I haven't, but I don't know if this is like...
Have you had a PT?
Yes, I have had a PT in the past. But like, I don't know.
Gone shy.
When I have gone
You got shy.
No, but when I've had a male PT before, and obviously I'm attracted to males, I don't fancy them, but like, it feels a bit intimate, doesn't it? Because they're like seeing you bent over in all sorts of fucking positions.
So it changes it a bit. Whether you're attracted to them or not, you're like, well, they've already seen that.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't ran away.
Exactly. They probably see me in the worst position ever, as in like how I physically look.
Triangle arse print.
Triangle arse print or
And they're
full
still there.
arse
They're
if
still
you
with
produce
you.
Tom.
Yeah.
Still with me. But I'm like, no, I am paying you.
Yeah. They have to stay there.
You have to be here.
Yeah. It's hard to know.
But yeah, I guess it gets a bit intimate sometimes. I
Oh.
don't know. I can see why. Not like that, but you just, I've gone sweaty. Thank you, Prince. Who else we got? Embarrassing for no reason. At the gym. Henry.
Well, nah, things that are embarrassing in the gym for no reason. Doing the awkward towel shimmy dance underwear change when you're getting changed from the shower or trying to put your swim shorts on. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I feel like that might be more for males because I would lock myself away in a cubicle if I would.
Do women have cubicles?
Most of the time, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends what, obviously, gym you're in. But like if you're in, why are you taking off your shorts in a gym changing room? In my head, I'm more thinking like swimming.
Nah, if I've done a run or something
Yeah.
in the gym and my underwear's sweaty, I will take them off in the gym changing room and then put fresh underwear on.
Suppose, but you're not doing that in the shower bit. That's what I would do. So
No,
I'd take
so
my
what
pants
I
in the
do-
shower.
What I do
Oh, God.
is I get in, take it all off, put the towel around me, pack away the old clothes, lay out the fresh clothes, take the fresh pants to the shower.
So that's what I mean, yeah.
But you have to hang them outside because I don't want to get them wet. And then I shower, get out the shower, wrap the towel, get the fresh pants, put them on while the towel is still on me. This is the shimmy he's talking about.
That's what I mean. That's risky.
And then you pull it up like that and then...
What if the towel comes loose?
Well, that's a risky take,
Jim's
isn't it?
getting a
It's a
treat.
risky take.
I could never take that risk.
Would you not?
I'd rather have the wet
You've never
pants
got
in the
changed
shower
in
with me.
like a changing room?
I have, but like...
Fully nude?
Yeah.
Have
But
you?
I've not... No, but I've had the towel around me, obviously.
So you do know the shimmy?
I do know the shimmy, but why would you choose to do the shimmy? It's like I've done the shimmy once and never again. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like a lesson learned thing. Now I will take my underwear into the shower cubicle, do it all there, risk it getting a bit wet. I'd rather it be wet than exposed to
No,
my
that's
bare
my thing. I
vajayjay.
can't have it wet. I can't abide it wet. The thought of
But you'd
wet
rather
pants.
that than someone seeing your pee-pee if your towel falls off.
That's fine. We'll just look away. So if someone's staring, I'll be weirded out. But most of the time, everyone's just sort of shuffling about.
He
aren't
might
they?
have just caught my eye. Whoa, we got a flasher.
No, because everyone's doing it. This is I think this is like very different for both of us.
Henry, thank you. Liam sent one in as well.
I was at the gym for the first ever time, only eating a cheese sandwich at lunchtime, went in the afternoon, started doing all the weights, everything that you do in the gym. Loved that. So me and my mates went into the pool where it's got like a jacuzzi and then done a swim. We kept going from the swimming pool to the jacuzzi with the heat changing. I jumped out of the jacuzzi one time, stood up, saw my mates walking off and passed out and completely smacked my head off the floor. Ended up in hospital with concussion. Love that for me.
Now I understand why I mentioned the cheese sandwich at the start. I was like, wow, he's giving us his diet before he goes to the gym.
Oh, no. Fainting after getting out of a jacuzzi is embarrassing.
I know.
It does happen, though. It used to happen to me getting out of the bath. When I was younger, I used to go really weird getting out of the bath. And then
Did.
Yeah, but totally on my own. I've never talked to her about it. But I used to get... Does it ever happen to anyone else?
No.
If you have a really hot bath and get out, I'd have to like lean and crack the window open. And I'd feel like just like I'd see like little stars and I'd be like, right, you're okay.
Had you had a cheese sandwich beforehand?
No, I'd had bloody full dinner probably back in the day. I was a heavy-set child. But like, but yeah, that I do. I get it. I know the exact feeling. I've never actually fainted though. I've always got that close.
Okay, wow.
Still haven't done it yet. I haven't lost my faint virginity.
Okay, congratulations. Yeah. Liam, thank you so much.
Faint.
Wow. Okay, dad joke. Let's move on. Shall we crown the biggest silly Billy?
Yeah, I love it when we crown. Don't you?
I love it when we crown. So if you're new to Embarrassing For No Reason, every single week we award someone a Silly Billy award mug for sending the best voice note. And this week's, would you like to announce the winner?
Yeah, this week's goes to Zafia.
The thing that is literally so awkward for no reason in the gym.
Hang on, awkward for no reason. Is that the spin-off pod?
Awkward
for no reason.
I love that she's come through and won and she's
I know.
changed the title.
name.
We're going to have to change it now.
The thing that is literally so awkward for no reason in the gym is when you go to fill up your water bottle and you're like halfway through filling it up and you notice someone is queuing for the fountain behind you and it feels like it's taken about 10 hours for your bottle to fill up and they are just staring at you while you're doing it.
Don't even get me started. That literally happened when we went to the gym the other day and I had, you've seen the size of my water bottle, haven't you?
Oh, she has such a...
It's massive.
It's one of them really smug ones that says like, you can do it, keep going, manifest and work hard. And then it has like all the times down the edge, like
it's
2
like
p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m.
It's huge. And the tap is so slow.
Yeah.
It's basically a trickle.
It's so slow and it feels like time stands still when you're at the front.
Oh, it does, yeah. It was the queue was like 3 people deep.
You
like,
can feel the energy of the people behind burning into the back of your skull.
I'm like, oh, but I'm thirsty.
Yeah. And you want to fill your whole bottle.
Yeah.
I don't want to fill a little bit and come back again and go through this again.
Are you partial to raw dogging the fountain just with your mouth?
Not really, no. I'm not into that. That's real desperate times.
Oh, God,
Because
yeah.
you barely get any water. I don't know why people go there and do that as though like that is what you should do.
I know.
Because you barely get any. It's like you're drinking like a dog and you get like a little bit of water and you're close to licking the tap.
Oh,
not for me.
I ain't putting me chops around that.
I wouldn't be doing that again.
Not a chance. Sophia, congratulations. You are the biggest silly Billy. A mug will be in the post for you. Thank you so much for listening to Embarrassing For No Reason. If you've got this far, don't forget, if you are here, you may as well subscribe because you must like us a little bit. So do that. You can find us on all the social media platforms. It's at EFNR Podcast. Of course, we would appreciate your voice notes as well. If you ever want to message us, send us a little cheeky voice note.
Yeah, come and say hello. And Sophia, take the mug to the water fountain with you.
Yes.
I would really enjoy seeing that. You would look mad drinking from a mug in the gym. If you do that, you know what? You've really earned the mug.
Yeah. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Love you.